So one of my online friends who runs an F to M forum site asked me to make a video as to why a lesbian would be attracted to trans guys. And I'm a little hesitant to make the video, to be honest with you. I've been facing quite a bit of criticism regarding my sexuality because I put it out there in the world. I'm working on a project that showcases the type of persons that I'm attracted to, and because I went public with my sexuality, it's come under fire. And it's come under fire mostly by transgendered men. So, why am I attracted to trans guys? When I think guys, there are lots of guys, like biological cisgendered guys, that I think are very attractive. I'm just not interested in them, based mostly on genitalia. I can't do penises. Although, I have had transgendered partners, and what hormones does to the body, I find to be incredibly, it's hot, basically. So that's not a problem for me either. Prosthetics, no problem worshiping them and treating them as if they were a natural part of you. But why am I attracted to trans guys? Okay, so when I first came out, I started with sort of femmes, and it didn't really work for me either. And straight guys weren't working for me, or cisgendered guys weren't working for me, and I was trying to find, like, what I was attracted to, and I found a butch lesbian. Oh god, I was hooked, just friggin' drool-worthy. I love gender bending. I think gender bending is so incredibly hot, I really do, and I found what I was attracted to, and since then it's evolved. So here's this really butch lesbian, and then I ended up dating another butch lesbian, and those were two long-term relationships. Then I sort of came out, and I'm gonna admit it was sort of my sexual revolution, and I was all of 23 when, not that long ago, by the way, when all this happened, and god, I was barely 23. So I meet this girl who, although she used female pronouns, she was a guy. Period. Dot. Like, she looked like a guy, she passed as a guy, she acted like a guy, she wanted to be treated like a guy, both sexually and otherwise. And I had never been with someone like that before. Like, my long-term relationship before her, was very much the knight in shining armor type, and we had, I wouldn't say a heterosexual dynamic, but a bit more of a, she was a gentleman to me, and I was the damsel semi-distressed, and she was my butch in shining armor. So when I met this other partner who was very masculine, I was introduced to an entirely new lifestyle, which, by the way, completely hooked on it. Since then, most of the partners that I've had, in all honesty, have been genderqueer, or stone, or male-identified, and I have had some transgendered partners. While people accuse me of perpetuating some sort of stereotype that trans men are just really super butch lesbians, no. If my partner's ID is male, if they identify as male, I treat them as male. If they are transgendered, that is a guy. Period. Dot. That is a guy. I will treat you like a guy. I will see you like a guy. I will think of you as a guy. Like, you're a guy. It's pretty simple. I don't see you as a woman. I don't treat you like a woman. Like, nothing. And, as far as sexually goes, treat you, again, as a guy, whatever way you want to be treated. Like, the sexual dynamic is different with every person. So with some partners who are male identified, they still enjoy certain things, and others don't at all, and we won't get into the mechanics. I'm sure you can figure out the differences. I love gender bending, and even before I'd ever been with a transgendered partner, before I kind of had my awakening of realizing that there were shades of gray, because I had never been exposed to gender queers or stone or F to M ever. Kind of sheltered. And I used to say that I like girls who look like boys. Yeah. Now it's evolved, and I understand the sort of gender bending, gender identity, gender dysphoria, I've submersed myself, I've done my research, I've had lots of friends who are transgendered or genderqueer, and I understand it. And I like what I like, and I can't help it. Um, if a partner were wanting to have, because I was talking about this with one of my trans friends, and he's like, well, what if you wanted to date somebody who'd had bottom surgery? And I told him, I'm like, I probably wouldn't. If they'd had bottom surgery, I would respect them and accept them for all that they are, but I probably wouldn't be interested romantically. And then he was like, okay, well, what if you end up in a relationship with somebody who you fall in love with, you're in love with them, and then they decide that they want bottom surgery? I don't know what would happen. I really don't. I think that would have to be a bridge that I'd have to cross if I got there. But I don't know. I want to believe that I would be able to accept that, and that I would be able to overcome my own issues with male genitalia. I'm hoping that that my mind is that open. I'm hoping I would love somebody that much, but I have no guarantees. I fear that I wouldn't be able to. So yeah. But I think trans guys are incredibly hot. I think genderqueers are hot. I think butch lesbians are hot. I even think a few femmes are hot, but that's completely separate. I would never date one. Just think they're sexy. Yeah, that's all I've got. Sorry that I didn't explain it better, but that's why I like trans men.